You think the goal is $1,000,000. It's not. The goal is 50,000. Because the first 50,000 is when everything changes. Not because 50,000 makes you rich. It doesn't. But because 50,000 is when the math starts working for you, instead of against you. It's when compound interest becomes visible. It's when your financial decisions shift from survival to strategy. It's when your brain stops living month to month and starts thinking in years. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The hardest part of building wealth isn't going from 50,000 to 100,000 or from 100,000 to 1,000,000. The hardest part is going from 0 to 50,000. Because that first 50,000 fights you the entire way. Your brain resists it. Your lifestyle fights it. Your friends mock it. But once you hit 50,000 in savings or investments, something shifts. The momentum flips. What felt impossible starts feeling inevitable. I'm going to show you the exact math behind why 50,000 is the inflection point. Then the first will give you the three-phase system to get there, even if you're starting from 0. And the first will show you the psychological traps that kill most people before they hit 20,000. Because hitting 50,000 isn't about income. It's about surviving the grind long enough for compounding to take over. Let's start with the math. Why 50,000 specifically? Here's what happens when you have 50,000 invested in a standard index fund, averaging 8 annual returns, which is historically conservative for the S&P 500. Year 1, you earn 4,000 in returns. That's 333 per month you didn't work for. Year 2, if you add nothing, you earn 4,320 because you're now earning interest on the 4,000 from year 1. That's compound interest. By year 5, you're earning 5,867 annually without adding a single dollar. Now, compare that to 5,000 invested. Year 1, you earn 400. Year 5, you're earning 587 annually. That's not enough to feel. It's not enough to change behavior. But 50,000 generates returns you can see. Returns that start covering real expenses. Returns that make you think, wait, this is actually working. Here's the psychological shift. When you have 5,000 saved, your brain still sees money as scarce. You're one emergency away from 0. But when you have 50,000, your brain shifts. You're not worried about the 1,200 car repair. You're thinking about where to deploy the next 10,000. The scarcity mindset breaks. You start making decisions from abundance, not fear. And that shift changes everything. Charlie Munger once said, the first 100,000 is a bitch, but you gotta do it. He's right. But most people won't make it to 100,000 because they quit before 50,000. They don't see progress. They don't feel momentum. So they give up and buy a new car or take an expensive vacation because life is short. And they restart at 0 again. Here's the system to hit 50,000, broken into 3 phases. Phase 1, the survival grind, 0 to 10,000. Phase 2, the momentum build, 10,000 to 30,000. Phase 3, the compounding unlock, 30,000 to 50,000 to 50,000. Each phase has different psychology, different tactics, different traps. Let's break them down. Phase 1, 0 to 10,000. This is the hardest phase because you're fighting biology. Your brain is wired for immediate gratification. Saving 500 a month feels like deprivation because you're not seeing results yet. You're sacrificing now for a future benefit your brain doesn't believe in. This is where most people quit. Your only goal in phase 1 is to build the savings muscle. You're not optimizing investments yet. You're proving to yourself that you can live below your means and survive. How do you do that? 3 rules. 1. Automate your savings. The day you get paid, 500, or whatever number you pick, moves automatically to a separate account you don't touch. If you rely on willpower to save, you'll fail. Automation removes the decision. 2. Cut one big expense. Not 10 small ones, one big one. Move to a cheaper place, sell the car and get a beater. Cancel the 200-month subscriptions you don't use. Small cuts feel like death by 1,000 paper cuts. One big cut feels like ripping off a bandage. You adjust faster. 3. Increase income by 300-500 month through side work. Savings alone won't get you to 10,000 fast enough. You need income acceleration, freelance, sell something, pick up weekend shifts. The goal isn't a second career. The goal is boosting the savings rate. Here's what happened to someone I know. We'll call him Marcus. At 28, Marcus earned $4,100 a month after tax as a customer service manager. His savings, $1,200, $200. He tried budgeting apps. He tried cutting coffee. Nothing stuck. Then he applied phase 1. He automated $600 a month to savings the day his paycheck hit. He moved from a $1,400 apartment to a $951 with a roommate. That's $450 a month saved. He started doing Uber Eats on Friday and Saturday nights, adding $400 a month. Suddenly he was saving $1,050 a month. In 10 months, Marcus hit 10,000. The first 10,000 didn't feel exciting. It felt like sacrifice. But he had proven something to himself. He could delay gratification. He could live below his means. His brain started believing the future benefit was real. That belief is everything. Phase 1 takeaway. 0 to 10,000 is about proving you can save, not optimizing how you save. Automate. Cut one big expense. Add income. Survive long enough to see 10,000 in your account. Then phase 2 starts. Phase 2, 10,000 to 30,000. This is the momentum phase. You've proven you can save. Now you optimize. The psychology shifts here because you have a base. Losing your job doesn't mean 0 anymore. It means you have a 10,000 cushion. That mental shift reduces stress, which makes better decisions possible. Your goal in phase 2 is to increase your savings rate without increasing your income. How? By living the same lifestyle you had at 0 while your income grows. Most people get a raise and immediately increase their lifestyle. New apartment, new car, nicer dinners. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it's why people earning 100,000 still live paycheck to paycheck. You're going to avoid that trap. Here's the rule. Every raise, every bonus, every income increase, 80 goes to savings, 20 goes to lifestyle. If you get a 4,000 raise annually, that's 333 month extra. 266 goes to savings. 67 goes to improving life. You still feel the raise, but you're not sabotaging momentum. This is how you go from saving 600 month to saving 1,200 month without feeling like you're sacrificing more. Marcus applied this in phase 2. He got promoted. His income went from 4,100 month to 4,800 month. That's 700 more monthly. He increased his automated savings from 600 to 11 month. He kept 100 month for lifestyle upgrades. In 18 months, he went from 10,000 to 30,000. The first 10,000 took 10 months. The next 20,000 took 18 months. Same effort. Better system. Better system. But here's the hidden benefit of phase 2. Compound interest starts becoming visible. By the time Marcus hit 20,000 invested, he was earning about $1,600 a year in returns, which is 133 month passive. That's real money. It's not changing his life yet, but it's proof the system works. His brain sees the compounding and believes in it. Belief fuels discipline. Phase 2 also introduces the biggest trap. The first deserve this trap. You've been grinding for 2 years. You have 25,000 saved. You see your friends taking trips, buying new cars, living it up. Your brain screams, I deserve to enjoy life too. And you're right, you do. But if you blow 10,000 on a vacation or a new car, you reset momentum. You go from 25,000 back to 15,000, and psychologically, that's devastating. It feels like failure. Here's the balance. Use the 20 lifestyle increase from raises to enjoy life in small doses. A weekend trip, not a 2-week Europe tour. A nicer dinner once a month, not every week. You're rewarding progress without sabotaging it. The goal is to reach 30,000 without major setbacks. Once you hit 30,000, phase 3 unlocks. Phase 2 takeaway. 10,000 to 30,000 is about optimizing your savings rate and resisting lifestyle inflation. Every raise, 80 to savings, 20 to life. Survive the I, deserve this trap. Get to 30,000 with momentum intact. Phase 3, 30,000 to 50,000. This is the compounding unlock. By 30,000, you're earning 2,400 a year in passive returns at 8. That's 200 month you didn't work for. That's when your brain starts thinking differently. You're not just saving, you're investing, you're deploying capital. The game has changed. Your goal in phase 3 is to increase your savings contributions and let compounding do the heavy lifting. If you're saving 1,200 a month and earning 200 a month in returns, you're adding 1,400 a month to your total. At that rate, you go from 30,000 to 50,000 in about 14 months. Faster than phase 1, faster than phase 2, because compounding is working. Marcus hit 30,000 at age 31. He kept his 12,200 month savings rate, but now his investments were adding 150-250 months depending on market performance. He hit 40,000 in 9 months. He hit 50,000 in 16 months. The first 10,000 took 10 months. The last 10,000 took 7 months. Same discipline, different math. But here's the real unlock at 50,000. Options. With 50,000 saved, Marcus had options his past self didn't. He could take a lower paying job he loved because he had a cushion. He could invest 10,000 in a side business idea because losing it wouldn't destroy him. He could negotiate harder at work because getting fired didn't mean catastrophe. Wealth isn't about the money. It's about the options money creates. And 50,000 is when options become real. Phase 3 also introduces the final trap. Complacency? You hit 50,000 and think, I made it. I can relax. And you stop saving. You stop investing. You coast. And within a year, you're back at 45,000 because you stopped feeding the system. The truth is, 50,000 isn't the finish line. It's the starting line. It's when the game becomes easier, not when the game ends. Phase 3 takeaway. 30,000 to 50,000 is when compounding becomes your teammate. Keep feeding the system. Don't coast. Use the momentum to hit 50,000, then keep going. Because 50,000 to 100,000 is faster. And 100,000 to 250,000 is faster still. The math is exponential, so here is the full system, compressed. Phase 1, 0 to 10,000. Automate savings, cut one big expense, add 300-500 month income. Survive. Phase 2, 10,000 to 30,000. Every raise, 80 to savings, 20 to life. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Survive the I, deserve this trap. Phase 3, 30,000 to 50,000. Let compounding work. Keep contributing. Don't coast. By month 40 to 50, if you follow this, you'll hit 50,000. And everything changes. Here's the psychological truth. The first 50,000 isn't about the money. It's about proving to yourself that you can delay gratification long enough for compounding to matter. Most people can't. They need the dopamine hit now, the vacation now, the car now. But if you can survive the grind to 50,000, you've reprogrammed your brain. You've escaped the paycheck to paycheck trap. You've unlocked options. And the next 50,000 will come faster than the first. Here's my question for you. Where are you right now? Are you in phase 1, grinding from 0 to 10,000? Phase 2, fighting lifestyle inflation. Phase 3, watching compounding take over. Drop a comment and tell me your current number and which phase you're in. Subscribe for more content that shows you the math behind wealth building, not the motivation fluff. Let's build.